Hey guys, Michael Cousins here. I hope your life has been so good, your week is going awesome, and your day is great. Today I have Kris from Konsider done with me, and we really see a need to teach other wedding professionals about selling your strengths to your couples. We are both really
extroverted.
Very extroverted and very good at talking with people and helping them see why we are a great fit for them. And we just wanted to teach you guys how important that is and how it can help you get more bookings, more weddings. She is an Arizona-based destination wedding planner and designer. She has done weddings this year in Texas, California, Washington, Aruba, Hawaii, has plans with lots more travel in the next coming year. And we're just going to talk today about using your strengths to sell yourself to your couples and to get more bookings. I just am going to have Kris introduce herself, her business, and tell you guys a little bit more about her.
So I'm Kris. My husband Tyler and I do weddings all over. We've been doing weddings for about 10 years. We specialize in celebrating non-traditional couples with non-traditional weddings. We really love making those weddings different and unique. You'll never see two weddings that are exactly the same from us, and you probably won't see a lot of blush and ivory.
So yeah, Kris and I are very open, we're very loud people, and we're really good at just telling people our strengths and selling our businesses to them.
A lot of people in this industry sometimes focus on things they're not great at, and oftentimes you don't want to sit in a room and just talk about how great you are, so we focus more on the weaknesses. But in this industry, most of us are entrepreneurs, and it's really, really, really important that we are always talking about ourselves in the brightest light and talking about those strengths as much as we can.
So many of you guys, photographers, videographers, anything, when they talk with me, they really just kind of tell me everything that they're not good at. They'll say like, I'm not good at social media, I'm not good at marketing myself, I'm not confident when it comes to artificial light, like just from a photographer standpoint. And I'm like, well, obviously you're not getting bookings if you lead with those things.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to sell your couples on why you're the best. But when I meet with people, I start with like, I'm amazing at this. I am so good at like capturing love, and I'm really unique, and I'm very, non-traditional in that same sense.
I know for me personally, I use a lot of humor in how I present myself. That comes naturally to me, it's part of my personality, and it's a little bit self-deprecating, but in a nice way, so that I can say, these are the things I'm good at, like, I'm really bossy, but that makes me a great wedding planner. So it's important for me to explain that to a couple that's not a wedding planner, because they don't understand that they would need that in order to be successful in this role. I never filter myself for any clients. I never change who I am depending upon the client that's sitting in front of me. We're very transparent and authentic, but we've kind of always been that way. I'm known in the industry for having a potty mouth, and so my clients know that. It literally says it on my website that like you will hear a lot of four-letter words when you come and meet with me. That's just part of me. And I'm never gonna change that just because it's a wedding and because you're supposed to be professional or whatnot. Like, that is my brand. So I'm really good at always being that person. I don't have to pretend to be anyone else. I've always believed that if you are kind of true to yourself, it's really easy for you to attract the people that you want.
So similarly to how you are just authentic, you're not gonna fake who you are with any of your couples. That is such a strong part of my brand. I am not gonna be the traditional fine art photographer that is like blends into the background of a wedding.
Oh yeah, don't hide that big personality.
Yeah, no.
They need it all the time.
Totally, yeah. And like at weddings, my couples know that like I am like their #1 hype man. And whereas some photographers and videographers, their like luxury brand is like them being quiet and reserved and very that professional look. The luxury of me is that you get someone who is super excited to be at your wedding, who is happy for you.
And you will bust a move on the dance floor.
Totally. Oh, you will. Every single my weddings, I will always twerk with my brides. I will literally dance on the dance floor. I mean, yeah, you won't see me ever faking being a quiet person or that photographer that like your grandma had. You know, not that, and I don't mean that in a bad way, not that quiet photographers
No, there's someone for everyone. So
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing for you to be the quiet reserve or the buttoned up or there's no bad. I mean, unless you're just a really shitty person. But beyond that, I don't think there's a bad personality. It's just finding the right people who will enjoy that personality so that you don't have to hide it.
Every photographer and planner has their strong suits, and they, the weddings that are for them, and the weddings that are for me and you, they're gonna be very different than that kind of wedding. And our couples expect. And if you were embracing what really makes you you, like me being loud, being that super hype man personality for all my couples, I wouldn't get the bookings that I want because of my work or the idea of a photographer and videographer who has to be quiet. I get those, but I don't want to, so I make it a huge part of my selling point to my couples that I'm super fun. I'm really happy on your wedding day. I actually make it more fun by me being there, and all of my couples say that.
And I mean, I made the joke earlier about the blush and ivory weddings, but the reality is that's not going to bring me joy. And if I'm taking time away from my life and my family and my kids and all of this to do a job that I am very passionate about, at the end of the day, I want to be doing a job with people who appreciate it, who love it, and who know what I'm going to bring to the table. There are so many other people who can do that blush and ivory wedding, and it's beautiful. It's not a bad wedding, it's just not what I want to do. So I want to find the people who will appreciate what I'm actually good at. So to your point, it's the same thing where you are loud, you are the hype man. If that's going to make someone uncomfortable, then you're not the right fit for them, and that's okay. You don't have to be the right fit for everyone because everyone's going to get married. Everyone is going to have weddings. Those are never going away. Even if there's a recession, people are still getting married. Yes. And so it's important that everyone matches well with who they're choosing to work with.
And that's why it's so important that you don't get hung up and get super sad and really, beat yourself up about any couple or wedding that you don't book. Because they just have different priorities than you. We have very specific priorities for our couples and what is gonna make our couples happy. And if any of them don't have those same priorities as us, it's probably not gonna be a good fit.
Right. It won't be a fun year of planning. It won't be a fun engagement session. Yeah. It's just not gonna be what you're hoping and desiring it to be. And I think throughout your career, you will encounter jobs that you take because you just need to take the jobs. And that's understandable. But once you get to a point in your career where you understand your value and you know what your priorities are, you shouldn't be compromising those in order to book more clients.
No, definitely, yeah. And it's really fun for both of us in our businesses now that we are at that level where we get to kind of pick and choose, the couples that we work with. I mean,
we always jokingly say that we're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing us.
Definitely.
And at the end of the day, it's okay for us to tell them they didn't get the job because we know that our values don't line up, we don't have the same priorities, it's not going to be an enjoyable time, and that's okay.
And we just want our couples to have the most fun time at their weddings too. It's not just them with us, it's us with them as well. If I'm not going to be able to deliver that experience and that super quiet, reserved, gentle photographer that they want, I don't want to give them my experience because they wouldn't appreciate it. They wouldn't, want it. But
exactly.
Yeah, So tell everyone how they can find you, your Instagrams, your website, kind of what they need to do from here.
We try to make it really easy. It's Konsider Done with a K on all platforms. So you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. Our website's just konsiderdone.com, and we'd love to hear from you.
Cool. Okay. No, I'm not gonna.
Snap.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you go follow Kris over on our Instagram, and have an awesome rest of your guys' day. Bye.